When I made a video on in vitro fertilization, I got a lot of people asking me about the price of in vitro fertilization and also the location where they can do in vitro fertilization. Good day everyone and welcome back to Nurses Lecturing YouTube channel. My name is Mercy Mary, popularly known as the Nurse with the Difference, and I make learning easy and accessible for all my viewers. Today, I'm going to be talking about the cost of in vitro fertilization in Nigeria, especially now when there's an increase in a dollar rate. The cost of what in vitro fertilization in Nigeria. But before I go into details into this class, if you are new on our YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out. For all my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Mercy Mary saying thank you. Let's go there. Alright, welcome back. Like I earlier said, today I'm going to be giving you an estimate cost for in vitro fertilization in Nigeria, especially when there is an increased rate in the dollar rate. I'm just going to give you an estimate. So when I got this particular question, I don't really have the idea of the cost of IVF in Nigeria. So I had to do some mini research. I had to contact someone, a friend of mine that did IVF. I was able to give birth to triplets with the IVF, and also I had to do some mini research online, and I saw a video of one Dr. Amarachi online, so I was able to get the estimate, and with that I've been able to couple the video I'm making today. So I want you to know that I'm not saying this is a definite cost. This is how it's going to be. The cost varies depending on the hospital, depending on the location you are doing this particular in vitro fertilization. So we'll be starting, we have different types of in vitro fertilization. So the different types have different costs. So it's not the same cost you are getting for in vitro fertilization generally. So we have different types, and the different types have what different costs. So first of all, we'll be starting with the one where the woman is the one donating the egg. So the egg, the sperm is from the woman. So if the egg is from the woman, you don't need to, an egg being donated. The cost in Lagos is between 1.4 million naira to 2 million naira. And in other states, is between 600,000 to 1.2 million naira. That is if the woman is the one donating the egg. Then the second one is if the egg, they will need an egg donor. Somebody has to come to donate the egg. So if somebody is donating the egg, definitely the cost is going to increase. So in Lagos, it is between 1.6 million naira to 3 million naira. While in other states, it's between 1 to 1.8 million naira. In other states outside Lagos, so it's between 1 to 1.8 million naira. Then the third type of IVF that is going to be done is the donor egg backup. Donor egg backup. When we say donor egg backup, it simply means if I'm the one doing the IVF, they will need my egg, and they will also need an egg from somebody else, So they are combining both my eggs and the other person's egg. So if that is the in vitro fertilization that I'm doing, so it's the cost in Lagos is between 2 to 3.2 million naira, and in other states is between 1.4 to 1.8 million naira. So that's for donor backup. Then the other one is intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection. In this one, the sperm is being taken. The sperm is being taken to fertilize the egg directly under the microscope. So they put a hole in the egg and put the sperm directly. This is being done in cases where the sperm is not optimal. The sperm is not of good, it doesn't have that good strength to do the whole activity. So they pick the sperm and pick the egg, then they fertilize it together. They fertilize it. So that is where the intracytoplasmic sperm injection, when you hear that, that's what it is all about. And in terms of the cost, it's going to add an addition 100 to 250,000 naira to the normal one that you've picked. If it's donor, if it's backup, it's going to add extra money to that one. It's going to be an addition of 100 to 250,000. While in Lagos, while in other states, it's an addition of 100 to 200 200,000 for the intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Like I earlier said, and I'm still repeating it, this is just an estimate. I am not saying this is the price. You might go to the hospital and see a lower or a higher price. Then in terms of sperm donor, for those that wants to donate their sperm, it's between 50 to 200,000. So if you are going for in vitro fertilization and you will need a sperm donor, that will add an extra of 50,000 to 200k to 200,000 to the whole bill. I hope this is clear. You know, sometimes the couple, they might be having issues, the sperm production, the man might not be producing enough sperm and they will need a sperm donor for them to have a baby, or the woman might not be producing egg and they will need an egg donor to have a baby. So all these criteria, all the requirements determines the price at that particular instance that the hospital is going to give you. Most times the hospital just give you the whole price at once. They just give you the estimate of what you should expect, and they say, okay, you are going for in vitro fertilization, this is the price you are going to pay for it. And that is how they do it in some hospitals. Then also for surrogacy, we all know what surrogacy is all about, where my egg, for example, a woman's egg and her husband's sperm is being fertilized in the lab, but another woman will help them to carry the baby. So when you are doing surrogacy, it's between 5 to 9 million naira. Woo. It's between what, 5 to 9 million naira for surrogacy. So this is the estimate of the price I have to share with you when it comes to in vitro fertilization. Remember, the price depends on the hospital. It depends on the location of where you are doing the IVF. So this is not just a stamp like, okay, Mercenary said this is the price. This is just an estimate for you to have at the back of your mind when going for in vitro fertilization. So thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share with a friend if you got value. For those that don't know what in vitro fertilization is all about, I'm going to be dropping the link in the description box below so you have an idea of what in vitro fertilization is all about. Especially those who are passing through fertility issues, they are trying to give birth to children, and you know you have the money to do it, you have the millions of naira to do it. Why not read about in vitro fertilization and give it a try? So I'm going to be dropping the link about in vitro fertilization in the description box below, and I will advise you watch it to have an idea of what it looks like. So this is all I have to share with you today. So if you have any suggestion, if you know the cost of in vitro fertilization in your locality, in your environment, you can drop in the comment section so that other people will tend to see. If you know a good hospital that does in vitro fertilization, you can also drop in the comment section so that other people tend to see and check it out. I am not saying whatsoever you see in the comment section is real. You can check it out and find out about it. But our next video, I'm going to see how I can get the name of hospitals that are doing in vitro fertilization in Nigeria. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day ahead. Bye, and see you in our next video.